Starting off the vlog this week, yeah, I'm really tired and I'm sick. I'm just getting over a cold. At least I hope I'm getting over it. Yeah, just caught a bad cold and I'm tearing up right now. This is a busy week, a lot of kid stuff, a lot of Randy being sick and now me being sick. I did a big dumb. I went to my second float ever and the first time at the one on Lethbridge, Tranquility, and I didn't bring the GoPro. I didn't think of it until I was like in the room with the pod. I had a way better experience this time than I did at the time in Calgary. And the one in Calgary was like a tank, and this one was like a pod, and I really found like complete stillness for a few seconds, which like I just didn't feel myself move, or I don't know, I just found complete stillness, and I don't know how to describe it in any other way. It only happened like 3 times, but it was like, yeah, it was interesting, and I wonder if I keep doing that, how long is it possible to achieve that complete stillness, just like on a psychological, mental, physiological level, how long is that possible? Because it was kind of cool. But yeah, I'm a dumb idiot face, and I didn't bring the GoPro in there. It was really cool though. I enjoyed the experience much more than the first time. I think I like the pods better than the tanks for a couple of reasons. And yeah, that was cool. Update on that painting, I Am the Beast I Worship, the self-portrait that I was worried about never selling, sold already to a gentleman who bought another piece just a couple weeks ago, The Background World, that I really, really loved. But I'm really glad. I mean, this is one of those cases, fortunately and unfortunately, it kind of reinforces, like, yeah, just do what you want to do, believe in what you're doing, and whatever. Like, it doesn't matter if it sells or doesn't sell, but in a way it kind of matters if it sells, because if I can't sell it, I mean, I can't keep going into the hole all the time, right? Like, I need to be able to pay rent at the space, I need to be able to pay for a new canvas, whatever, right? And storage space too, man. I've got so many paintings in there still. But yeah, someone purchased it, and I was really happy about that, because it wasn't even a week old, and somebody wanted it, and that's great, because I was concerned if it would ever sell, and if I just wasted a canvas. I shouldn't say wasted, I expressed something on it that I wanted to express, and I got that out, and that was great. But everything that I make, if I, like, visual art-wise, like, is pretty much either going to be gifted to someone or is a piece for sale. So I'm happy when I can kind of recoup my costs, and I'm not ashamed to say that. On that note, I made these 3 pieces the other day. Speaking of recouping costs, I just felt like I was in a mood again to just do some color field work, I guess. I don't know, just some quick abstracts with spray paint and nothing else. And yeah, just explore some colors, explore some design and color theory or whatever. I don't know really what you want to call it. Just quick pieces that will be $20 each. They're 12 by 12 inches on wood panel, and I think they're really pretty. I really like them. It's also a way that I can make some more financially, or like some more accessible art to people. I had like 4 10 by 10 inches that I did maybe like half a year ago or more, and there was some interest in those by some people, but yeah, cool. My eye is leaking because I still have a pretty bad cold, so that sucks. Check this out. That is a little car seat, a little booster seat. The little one has not been in my car yet because I didn't have a car seat, and I don't know, this makes it kind of real in a weird way. I've picked her up alone a bunch now in Randy's car because it has a car seat, but now mine does, so second ride of the year, and it's like +4, +2 I think is what it's maybe. It's not that windy, it's only 11 kilometers. I was gonna go earlier, but hey, it's 9 o'clock and apparently that's the time we're riding. Not doing a trail. I'm still in no shape to ride back up to the city. I'm gonna try and do all of Scenic, but I might only end up doing half. I might not even end up doing that. We'll see. It's just gonna be a city ride, but ride's a ride. I kind of feel like a creep, but I don't know why. I'm like behind my house. and it's like pretty isolated, but not isolated enough that if someone was in their backyard here, they could like hear me. Or that they couldn't hear me, because I'm sure they could. Anyway, feel pretty anxious. I feel a little bit better than I did a couple hours ago, but it is like 3:30 on Thursday. It's the first day of the week that I didn't work. I was pre-booked Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and on Wednesday I picked up something for Friday, and so today I just didn't get a call, and that's, I don't know, good and bad. I went to bed knowing that I didn't have any calls yet, but I might get one in the morning, but I still didn't set alarms because I went to bed late, got home late, went to bed late, and slept just a little too long probably. And sometimes sleeping too long puts me in a bit of a funk. I had some weird dreams, and then I had conversation last night that ended up talking, like the subject matter was just about moving and like future, and not too distant future either. I don't really know what's going to happen come April with my place that I'm living at now, and leases and jobs and moving and family life and all that stuff. And so that was making me pretty anxious. So that carried over to this morning, I'm sure. But then also, I looked again on the kind of BC teaching jobs website. The first time I looked, there was nothing there, and I've had my certificate now for about 2 months. And so yeah, I looked again yesterday, and I saw that there was a visual arts position, grade 6 to 12, at a private school, and that would be fantastic. There's been just very, very, very few art jobs, period. Like between Alberta and Saskatchewan, in the past year, there's been one, and it was in Rosetown, and I thought I had a really good shot at it, and I never even got a call for an interview or anything. Like that was a school district that I went to in high school. I was used to the area, and it was all arts, like grade I think 8 to 12 or something, and I was like, this is perfect, and I didn't even get a call. On that note, I applied for an EA position at the old high school I used to work at, and I didn't even get an interview for that. So apparently I'm not qualified to be an EA either. Whew. Anyway, yeah, so I spent the whole morning and early afternoon applying to 2 jobs. It was just the application form. They use like this website, and there's just like tons and tons and tons of information and documents to fill in. It took me like 3 hours basically to apply to both of these jobs. One of them was just kind of like a general admittance into a school district in central Okanagan, I think is what it's called. And the other one was for this Urban Academy private school in Westminster. So I don't know. Applying to jobs always makes me really anxious too. It's like really annoying because of how long it can take, because all of the intricacies and detail involved, and trying to make sure everything's right. And then, like I said, on top of it, I just get anxious because I'm thinking like, oh man, like what if I actually get a job in BC? Like, yes, that's a good thing, but that also means I need to get ready to move. I need to get a BC driver's license. I need to save up all this money. I need to figure out this, that, and the other thing of like how to just operate myself in a new province, and like look at new curriculums, and oh my goodness, like it's just so overwhelming. Like ideally I would just get a job here, and in like an art position somewhere in Alberta. That would be much less daunting than moving provinces. I know the curriculum here, I've taught here, I have everything I need for this province, like my registration and driver's license and everything, and my vehicle is like insurable and whatever else. Crossing provinces, maybe that won't be the case, right? So I don't know, just a lot of anxiety about that stuff. When I first moved here, it was more exciting and less daunting, because I don't know, there was just like, oh, I've been in Saskatoon for over 10 years or whatever now, and you know, I'm trying to get my foot in the door, and there's this opportunity here, and it's this old place that I used to live, and it's like being in Alberta would be cool, and like, yeah, being in BC would be cool too, especially in the greater Vancouver area. That'd be fantastic, but there's all this other stuff that comes with it. That's where I'm at today, just hoping there's a position that opens up here and that I know about it soon. And there's the timing of things with my place and the leases and moving potentials, all that stuff is just such a clusterfluff, because a lot of jobs open up in May, in June. That's when people usually have to tell the school districts they're retiring. So that's when a lot of positions will open up, and that's just bad timing for me and my roommate leaving and stuff like that. Anyway, ugh. I never know what's going to make this type of anxiety better. It's usually nothing. It'll temporarily go away until it's like time to get real again and start thinking about it again and start doing stuff about it again, and then it all just comes back. So I would have rolled my window down and made it a clearer shot and gone slower and gone closer, but apparently someone lives in that camper, and they're in there right now, apparently. I have some inside information on that. I got the inside scoop. But yeah, apparently they work nearby, but they are not working right now because their leg is broken. So they just live there and be awesome and creepy there. Yeah, you probably couldn't see because I was too far away, and like I said, if I knew they weren't there, I would have gone closer and shown you, but like all along the windows, like you can't see inside. Like that thing doesn't move, I guess, because like in the front, like windshield area, there's like all this like that stuff that's supposed to help so the like it reflects the sun or whatever so it doesn't get hot. All that junk is like there, but also on like the side windows there's like signs that say help me and something about zombies, and yeah, I don't know, it's painted and decorated in a very like cliche tongue-in-cheek zombie horror fashion, but apparently the dude that lives in there is just a real, like, looks the part. Like he was described to me, and I'm not gonna describe it to you just cause, but yeah, anyway, that thing, I've seen it before and I wanted to get some footage of it, but apparently I'm not gonna go close to it because I don't want to die.
4-7.
Yikes. Man, hysterics like that make me angry, not anxious. I've always really been very adverse to hysterics and that type of expression, that type of uncontrollable crying. Because I say the word uncontrollable, I guess I should clarify that I'm aware that I guess some people can't have that self-control, so I can't really blame them. But at the same time, I mean, it's like a baby crying. Like, I get upset at that too. Like the noise, the sound of a baby crying at a certain pitch and a certain like pace just like really gets under my skin. Like, yeah, but when it's adults, it's even worse. When it's hysterical like that, oh my goodness. That was like a 911 call. I'm just listening to a true crime podcast. But man, it's just going on so long that this lady is good reason to be very emotional and not in control of her mental faculties. But it's, like I said, it's just anger. Like it angers me because I'm just like, I wish you could just. I'm not. I don't know. I'm like on the fence about stoicism. Like, this is one of those times where I'm like, I wish you would just be stoic. Just be like, control yourself in that moment. And yes, this is a horrible, horrible thing, and this is a messed up incident, and you're in shock, but holy crap, get it together, lady. Like, I feel like it's just, I don't know. Like, I don't know what it is that angers me about that, about hysterics like that, about people who just can't keep it together. Complete lack of control. Just the noise, the sound itself, and the idea behind it are just so, man, it can be like infuriating. I don't know what's wrong with me, because like I can't even empathize with them because it's so distracting and so assaulting to my ears. I can't even empathize like immediately. I have to like concentrate on like, oh yeah, I guess they just went through this horrible ordeal. I've been on the phone with 911, and yeah, like that's not a good time. So holy crap, that'd be really rough. And I just, yeah, I don't know. Anyway, true crime podcasts. Yeah, true crime podcasts. Sword and Scale is the one I was listening to. There's a lot of real audio from 911 calls and like courts and stuff. And when I first started listening to it, I was like, man, this is the best true crime podcast I've ever heard. There's different formats of them, and I mean, so when there's like a serial type, I don't mean serial as in the podcast, but a serial type podcast of true crime that is like, there's different episodes and they're all in a season and stuff like that, and there's a story they're following. I like those a lot too. This is a whole different format, but it was just the most raw and real, and like, I don't know, it was just the stories that this person was digging up and curating. At the first, like, I don't know how many episodes, I was like super into it, and now it makes me like super anxious because of things like that, and also just like because there's like family stuff going on in my life now. There's like either things happen to kids, or when kids like kill their parents and stuff, I'm like, oh snap. I just like feel that way more. It's like a little closer to the chest now. So yeah, I don't know. True crime podcasts, I don't know if I can hang in there with you for, well, not ones like this. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm all discombobulated and in an anxiety spiral. I guess I should have filmed an outro for the vlog. This week, other videos that I have, I finally spat out that Metallica review, which wasn't very good, which I talk about at the very beginning of the video. I learned a lot by doing it, so if I ever do a multi-album review again, I need to do more than just prepare with notes, because that was kind of a disaster, and the delivery was horrible. Anyway, other than that, there's a conversation on how being kind versus being right is not really a thing, and that's it. This coming week, though, for Artist Life Podcast, I am having a guest. I'll be interviewing someone for the first time, and so that'll be a thing. You can check that out. Anyway, see you on another time.